Hello, my beautiful collective, beautiful soul. Welcome into Celestial Oracle Codes. If this found you, something didn't work out the way you expected. Hi, I'm Samuel. Welcome to Celestial Oracle Codes. This is a collective reading, but it's going to feel personal, so take what aligns and leave the rest. Because I'm tapping into a really distorted energy today. Because what's coming through here is definitely a reframe. And it changes everything. Your perceptions of what has happened aren't fully correct. There's definitely been some sort of redirection that is most certainly protection. So ultimately, we just need to tap in and see exactly. These are like really big cards. And so since I'm using this Oracle deck today to kind of channel this message in, I'll use tarot cards to, like they're flipping out, thank goodness, because I was like, I'm not going to be able to flip these. I'll be able to use tarot cards to let us see what you were protected from. We were protected from. This collective was protected from. So let's dive in. Two flipped out. We'll take the next one's from the top since we're okay. Alright. Okay. And then that's the last one. Alright, so these over here so we have some room. Alright. So, blessed with gratitude. So, reminding you to be grateful for all you have. I'm like, let me see, because this... light is supposed to be on. And then maybe we can see a little bit better. So we are diligently working to get our digital camera back online, and so bear with me until we get that, guys, and these pictures will be a little bit more clear, and we'll once again be able to see my face as well. But the card says blessed with gratitude, okay? And ultimately, you're being reminded to be grateful for all that you have, and you're being shown that what's happening here is a feeling of rejection, and it is actually a blessing in disguise, or something not choosing you the way you expected. So this is a connection, an opportunity, or something you were interested in. It just didn't move forward. And they want you to know that the truth beneath this is you weren't being rejected. So this card says Banquet of the Soul. And Banquet of the Soul is in reverse to let you know that this wasn't a rejection. This was actually something that nurtured your soul through some type of healing, whether that was karmic, whether that was intentional skill building or learning. There was something to the fact that you got rejected in this way that not only protected you in some way, but also taught you a valuable lesson that is going to save you a lot of heartache someday. Wow, okay, a powerful message there. So the truth beneath this is you weren't being rejected, you were being redirected. And this wasn't about your worth, it was about your alignment. Okay? So what you felt. Okay, you may have questioned yourself, wondered what you could have done differently, thought maybe you weren't enough, or that something was missing. But that just wasn't the truth. You're more than enough. Chronicles of Love heralds the fact that not only do you have all of the bits and pieces, all of the light that you need within you to succeed, but also that you are worthy, you are good enough, you are capable, you do belong, you don't have to be perfect, and you are most certainly significant. So, none of that is the truth about you not being enough. You are more than enough. You are more than enough. Okay? The misalignment is this. When something isn't aligned, it can't fully come together. Confirmation received, thank you. You can try to hold on to it, you can try to make it work, but it won't stabilize. The shift here is understanding what this actually did for you. Helping you to cultivate ease and grace into the unknown with ease, flow, and grace, knowing that it is the only place where endless positive possibilities reside. So it moved you away from something that couldn't meet you and towards something that can. This card says, honor thy worth because you are worthy. You're not being rejected, you're being redirected to something that not only honors who you truly are and all that you have to offer this world, all of the love and kindness that you exemplify. And I don't mean just in your day to day. I don't mean just being a nice person. I mean a kind person. Someone who knows they're going to be in service to humanity. Someone who wants to give back to the world. Someone who cares about more than just their immediate surroundings and the environment that affects them and their lifestyle. Someone who wants the greatest good for all humankind. Someone who wants the elevational rate of this planet. Someone who wants things to be positive and optimistic for all involved. And this is the self you are honoring now. So this, and I love this. Oh, I love this. This card says beautiful human because that's what you are. Oh, wow, how beautiful. This changes how you move forward. That card almost has this Supermanish kind of energy to it. You don't take it personally and you recognize it here. You don't chase what doesn't choose you and you align with what does. Wait until you see what this actually protected you from, because this is where everything shifts emotionally. Let's get the tarot and see what we need to know. Well, on the bottom of the deck, I see you're going through an energetic reset. So the Ten of Swords can a lot of the time mean that you're going through despair or some kind of tumultuous emotional upheaval or just something that is rocking and shaking you to the mental core, okay? Like, I mean, just giving you the rundown, shakedown of your emotions and your mental state. So it can be depression, it can be emotionally charged situations, it can be one thing after the other, everybody coming down on you. It can be all of the hardships, any of the hardships that you could imagine going through in life are all covered in that 10. But I'll tell you what else is covered in this 10. The end to it. This is the end to all those things. This is the reset of the mind as well. This is you concentrating and focusing on things in a certain way and establishing a certain kind of thought pattern that was leading to a lack of deception that wasn't leaving you feeling blessed with gratitude. Okay? It made you feel like you maybe didn't get invited to the banquet of the soul. It really reconnected you to being the healer that you truly are. And the reset came when you cultivated this ease and grace and honored your worth. So now, let's see what it's protected you from. What has this protected the collective from? What is the collective now protected from? Okay. So we see that it's protected you from some secrets, some lies, some betrayal. It's illuminated some dark shadows that were in your path. It's brought in some guardians and some more guides who are helping you to shed some light on the situation. And also to, I'm hearing, expand or to distribute your light to your environment, to some general public, to a platform, to others, to society, to humanity in some way. And ultimately, this is some doorway. See how these on both sides of this? Well, for this, in this reading, this represents a doorway. So something that you now know has illuminated a way for you to go. And that means that a door has now opened. So it protected you from going the wrong way. That's one thing we know. Okay. That's how we know that. Now, let's see what else it protected you from. What else? Oh, okay. It protected you from conflicts and tumultuous misunderstandings. It protected you from having to always defend yourself and always having your guard up. It protected you from lies, deceit, and betrayal. It protected you from slander and gossip and rumors and people trying to badmouth your name or tarnish your reputation. It protected you from all of that. Beautiful. Awesome sauce. I love it. Okay, what else did it protect you from? What else are you protected from because of this blessing in disguise? What else are we protected from? All right. Okay. So I think it's trying to tell me what it's going to bring into your life now. But let's get one more that it's protected you from. What did it protect this collective from? Okay. Whoa. Yeah, it's trying to tell me what it's bringing you now. But all right, so it protected you from injustice, not seeing the truth. Eyes wide shut is also this one. It protected you from not acknowledging what was right before you, and it also protected you from a great deception that was trying to be pulled over your eyes. It lifted the veil of illusion. Okay, it helped you to see that you were not showing up for yourself, that the universe was trying to present to you, but you were actually so focused on what didn't work, or so focused on things that were out of your grasp, or so focused on things that were leaving you emotionally stagnant or feeling unfulfilled, that you didn't see the blessing that was right before you. And it protected you from not experiencing some blessing that may even feel like it was a blessing in disguise. But one way or another, it protected you from missing a blessing, and it kept you in this blessed and grateful attitude, or at least it's bringing you back there if you don't feel like you are there now. So that's okay, because you are on your way, trust me. And at the end of the day, right, just like at the end of this reading, you are a beautiful human. Okay, so what is it bringing into your life now? This is my favorite part. What it's bringing into your life is restoration. This is also a reset that goes with that 10 of Pentacles, and it also aligns perfectly with the secrets that have been revealed to you in some way. Oh my goodness, I'm like, she's kind of naked, so we're going to go like this. But ultimately, that's the star and the moon. And that shows me that you've not only had what was hidden be revealed, but also through this star card, there's some rejuvenation and healing that is coming through with the guides and the guardians, your spiritual team, actually giving you restoration, sending you healing, sending you light codes, whatever resonates with you. But one way or another, there is a healing factor happening for you where you maybe consciously getting more rest, consciously meditating, consciously doing affirmations. This might also be self hypnosis and or Tai Chi, Qigong, quantum Qigong, Kundalini yoga also, and Reiki. All of these, because this is a restoration of the energy, and also this is a restoration of the central nervous system. So this is deep somatic healing, um, on a integrated and cellular level. So internally feeling different so that we externally align with the reality that we truly seek. And this restoration is leaving you in Queen of Cups energy. So this is very nurturing, supportive, definitely by far, arguably the most loving card in the deck. Nurturing, just very, very kind, patient, understanding, and will truly, truly soothe and balance out any negative conflict or emotional situation. Ultimately, the Queen of Cups will help, obviously nurture, care in those emotional situations, but also has the balance, stability to be honest about how she feels, to set clear boundaries around her worth and exactly what her emotional state is, and let her emotions and her emotional balance and just the love and care and desire for the greatest good and wanting to see everyone happy and feel fulfilled and be experiencing happiness with others. Just letting that lead her way, but also letting that set her core values, which is what she sets her external boundaries around, and ultimately what she enforces her boundaries around. So there is a big, big message here about not only the restoration that comes after a big, big tower moment or reset in the way that we did things before or the way that we felt about things before, right? This is also after some kind of collapse that happened in your life, or maybe things not working out the way that you felt like they should. Maybe there was some kind of shock. This could be a soul shock, this could be a physical shock, this could be an emotional shock, or a mental shock. One way or another, there was something that shocked the system and the structure that you were experiencing so much that the change equaled you approaching your problems in a different way. It equaled a whole reset to the mental makeup that you actually embodied. So you started thinking about things differently, approaching the problems logically. You started communicating your desires and your boundaries differently. And this inevitably made the universe, and I didn't want to say made there, but you did. You did. I have to say it. You made the universe show up for you in a different way. You made the universe respect those boundaries and stand up and say, you know what? This isn't right. And this isn't for you. And you don't deserve to be deceived. And you should be seeing the truth. And there shouldn't be all these secrets and rumors and lies spread about you. And I'm not going to just let you have to defend yourself while people gossip and slander your name, drag you through the mud, and cause conflicts in your life. And there is a blessing here. And I will start reciprocating and making sure that you see, because it was your alignment. When you started realizing you were blessed and grateful, when you stepped into knowing that the banquet of the soul is this life you've been given, when you realize that the technologies of love are all the things and the beautiful ways that you have been, and when you see that that is how it's made you the healer by, right, cultivating the ease and grace that you truly are embodying today, because you finally honored your worth, you guys. And they just want you to know that you're a beautiful human for all of it. You're beautiful. And I love you immensely. To whoever this reading goes out to, because I'm like, is this my reading? Because I want this to be mine. But whoever this goes out to, this is a very, very, very powerful reading. And you are a very, very, very powerful healer. Now, whether or not you've realized that, you can be a Reiki master, you can be any of those things, right? You could be a yoga therapist, you could just do Reiki in general. You don't have to be a master. You can also be a shaman or a healer, or just consider yourself a light worker, or you can be a doctor or a nurse, and not consider yourself any of those things. You can identify as any or none of those things, but one way or another you feel like you contribute to a healing factor in humanity. And if that is you, then I want you to know that this reading is for you. No matter who you are or what you do, no matter what it is, if you are still in this reading, then this reading is for you. This wasn't happening to you, it was happening for you. And I love you. I love your energy. Thank you immensely for letting me read your energy, because this really touched my heart. Like, it's making me emotional. Just know that you weren't losing something. You were being guided. This reading offers insight and empowerment, not fixed outcomes or guarantees. So please, if this resonated, it's because something here aligns. But trust yourself above all else. As always, I send each and every one of you all of my light, my love, and my blessings, and I will see you in my next reading.